I'm Jenna Stevens.
I'm Cuz Williams.
Welcome to the Walden Lake Elementary Morning Show. Please pause for a moment of silence.
Thank you.
Today is Tuesday, April 15th, 2025. On this day in history in the year 1912, the HMS Titanic sunk into the North Atlantic Ocean. The British ocean liner Titanic descended into the water about 400 miles south of Newfoundland, Canada. The massive ship, which carried 2,200 passengers and crew, had struck an iceberg 2.5 hours before.
Here's Adam with today's weather.
The weather forecast for today is sunny with a high of 80, a low of 59, and a less than 10% chance of rain.
Thank you, Adeline. April's core value is hope. Hope is believing that something good can come out of something bad.
This week's science vocabulary definition is the way in which an animal or a person acts in a response to a particular situation or stimulus. Submit your answer by tomorrow afternoon. Your class might be this week's primary or intermediate science vocabulary champions.
You can be a reading champion this year, Eagles. Make sure to participate in a reading challenge and get your name on the Reading Challenge Wall of Fame in the Media Center before it's too late.
Here's your joke for today. What do sea monsters eat? Fish and ships, of course.
Did you know, in 1985, a joint U.S.-French expedition located the wreck of the Titanic lying on the ocean floor at a depth of about 13,000 feet. The ship was explored by manned and unmanned submersibles, which shed new light on the details of its sinking. Incredible!
Today's lunch is crispy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich, tingo tango, rice bowl, black beans and rice power bowl, congealed chicken salad, Cajun chicken salad, lettuce and tomato salad, seasoned black beans.
We would like to welcome Mrs. Field to the show today.
Good morning, Eagles, and it is Tuesday. I have so many names to call and let you guys know about reading challenges. They got their name added to the Reading Challenge Wall of Fame. They were probably waiting impatiently for me to get to take a look at them from not being able to see many of them during book fair, but super excited, so listen carefully. In Miss Matthews' class, Cammie Waters completed a primary reading challenge. Congratulations, Cammie. Very, very exciting. In Miss McLeod's class, Alessandra Gutierrez completed a primary reading challenge. In Miss Fernandez's class, Cariana Johnson completed a primary reading challenge, and I know she was super, super excited about that. Sierra Mull in Miss Jones' third grade class completed an intermediate reading challenge. Zoe Chavez in Miss Jones' class completed an intermediate reading challenge. And in Miss Warren's class, Ileana Perez completed an SSYRA reading challenge. So congratulations and great job to Cammie Waters, Alessandra Gutierrez, Cariana Johnson, Sierra Mull, Zoe Chavez, and Ileana Perez. Your names will be on the Wall of Fame. I've just got to get them cut out and put on there. We're thinking about a word that means, let me look it up. It was kind of wordy, speaking of. The way in which an animal or person acts in response to a particular situation or stimulus. And it is thinking of life science and what that word would be. All right, the big day. Recognizing our newest attendance champions for having the best attendance last week. So kindergarten, come on up here, Miguel. And Miguel, tell us who your teacher is.
Miss Dickens.
Miss Dickens is this week's kindergarten champion. Thank you, Miguel. And in first grade, I've got beautiful Harper. And Harper, who's your teacher?
Miss Overton.
Miss Oberting is this week's first grade champion, attendance champion. All right, in second grade, I've got Delaney. Delaney, who is your teacher?
Miss Cornish.
Miss Cornish. Congratulations, Miss Cornish. Thank you, Delaney, for being our second grade champion. And third grade, I've got Aubrey. And Aubrey, who is your teacher?
Miss Lunt.
Miss Lunk is this week's third grade attendance champion. Fourth grade, I've got Alex. Alex, who's your teacher?
Mr. Coletti.
Mr. Coletti gets to keep that attendance trophy. Thank you, Alex, for representing Mr. Coletti in fourth grade. And in fifth grade, we've got Skylar. Skylar, who's your teacher? Mrs. Turquette gets to keep that trophy. You maintained best attendance for fifth grade. So congratulations to Mrs. Dickens' class, Mrs. Oberting's class, Mrs. Cornish's class, Mrs. Lunk, Mr. Coletti's class, and Mrs. Turquette's class for being this week's attendance champions. Great job. And that bell rang just a little bit ago. We get to recognize student number 11 today. Congratulations to student number 11. All of our reading champions and all of our attendance champions. Back to our anchors.
Thank you, Mrs. Field. Please stand for the pledge.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This has been
Jenna Stevens.
in classrooms.
Unleash your champion.